Section 6 of 5-Minute Stories. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Ruhi Haq. 5-Minute Stories by Laura E. Richards. The Rubber Baby. The ascent of the Rubber Baby took place in the backyard on the afternoon of last 4th of July. It was an occasion of great interest. We were all in the yard, Mama, Papa, Tubby, Toots, Posy, Bunny, Bay, and Mr. Bagabave. This boy has another name, but he prefers Mr. Bagabave because he made it himself. There was also the best cousin, who is 9 feet tall, more or less, and a kind gentleman, who was a friend of the best cousin, and came to see that he did not hurt himself with the firecrackers. Well, there we all were, and we fired crackers and torpedoes the whole afternoon without stopping. The best cousin and the kind gentleman did it to amuse the children, and the rest of us did it to amuse ourselves. We had cannon crackers a foot long. We had double-headers, which Papa threw up in the air, oh, ever so far, so that they exploded long before they reached the ground. Then there were dear little crackers, very small and slender, just made for Bay, though it is quite strange that the Chinese people should have known about her when she is so very young. Now we fired off single crackers, great and small, with a bang and a bang and a bang bang. Then we put a whole bunch under a barrel, and they went snap, crack, crickety, crackety. Yes, it was delightful. But Papa, who has lived long and fired many crackers, began to pine for something new, and he said, "Let us have an ascension." Then we took counsel, and Mr. Bagabave said, "We will send up the Rubber Baby." Now the Rubber Baby belonged to Bay, and she loved him. But when Bunny and Mr. Bagabave told her what a fine thing it was to get up in the world, and how many people would like to go up farther than the Rubber Baby would go, Bay consented, and went and brought the Rubber Baby, who smiled and thought little of the matter. Then Papa brought the biggest cannon cracker of all, and made a long fuse for it, and set it up in the ground, and over it he put a tomato can, and on the tomato can he set the Rubber Baby. Now it was all ready, and we all stood waiting for the final moment. I do not know what were the thoughts of the Rubber Baby at this moment, but we were all in a state of great excitement. "Get out of the way, children!" cried Papa. "Run away, Bay! Get behind the maple tree, Mr. Bagabave! She's going! Now then, 1, 2, 3, and away!" And Papa touched off the fuse. A moment of great suspense, a tremendous report, a dense cloud of smoke. Up soared the Rubber Baby, higher than the top of the big maple tree, almost to the very clouds, or so Bay thought. We watched in silent rapture. Then, as the intrepid air traveller came down, still smiling, a loud cheer broke from the whole crowd. No, not from the whole crowd. There was one exception. The kind gentleman who came to keep the best cousin from hurting himself gave a howl so loud and clear that we all started, and ran to see what was the matter. The poor gentleman had been holding a cannon cracker, which he was going to fire just when Papa gave the signal for sending off the Rubber Baby. In the excitement of the moment he forgot the cannon cracker, and it went off in his hand and burnt him quite badly. We were all very sorry, not only for the poor gentleman's own sake, but because now there was no one to see that the best cousin did not hurt himself. A pretty young lady came and tied up the poor gentleman's hand so nicely with her soft handkerchief that he said he was glad the cracker had gone off in it. The Rubber Baby said nothing, but sat still in the middle of the gravel walk. Perhaps it was waiting to see if some lovely young lady would come to cheer and comfort it, but no one came till little Bay took it up, wiped off the dust and powder, kissed it, and put it to bed. End of The Rubber Baby.